Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Joshua Hines and this is Construction Junction. In this channel, we focus on remodels, full construction, and what we do, we take parts of projects and we like to show them that jobs that we think would be beneficial to people to see, things that people haven't done, potentially may want done. So just follow along. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very important for us to get this message out to the masses. Subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell so that you'll be updated every time we drop a video. I want to start off with saying Happy New Year. We're into 2020. We made it through 2019. I hope everybody's 2019 went the way that they wanted to, and if it didn't, we're going to make 2020 the best it can be. So I just wanted to tell everybody to just keep grinding, keep going towards your mission. Just keep going, don't stop. It's easy to stop, it's hard to keep going, but the prize on the other end of continuing is worth it, so just keep grinding. Now, we're going to get into this video. We're going to start with the painting. Now, we left off where we had sanded all the walls. We fixed all the walls, we sanded them, and we primed them, leaving off in the last video. So we're going to pick up from there, and we're going to get the ceiling painted. We're going to paint the walls, the wall color. Now, keep in mind, we always put 2 coats on everything, so this is just the initial coating, and we'll come back later on and put the finished coat once we get closer to the end. So we're going to be doing the roughing for the soaking tub. Now, we started this project, we were going to do a drop-in tub that was in a tile surround, and along in the mix, we decided, or the client decided, to go with a soaking tub, one of the modern style soaking tubs that doesn't have the whirlpool feature, but is really deep, and you can really enjoy just soaking, which is what's popular now. Everyone's moving towards that direction. So that's what we're going to do in this project. In this video, we're going to work on the roughing of the hot and cold water. So when you have a freestanding soaking tub, the faucet is huge. So the faucet actually bolts to the floor, and it's going to come all the way up, and then it's going to dump into the tub. So it's freestanding, so there's no walls attached to the tub. So you got to come from the floor with a really thick faucet. And it turns out phenomenal in the end, so stay along to watch that. We're also going to put in our Schluter-Dietrich underlayment for the floor. We're getting marble tile on the floor. So before we do that, we want to transition from the plywood, the wood surface, into the tile, which is a porcelain surface. And how we do that is that we use a product called Schluter-Dietrich. Now, in the shower kit, we use Schluter-Curdy, which is the membrane on the wall. Schluter also has a product called Schluter-Dietrich that we use on the floor. And what this will do is deal with the transition from the plywood to the tile, whatever tile you're using, ceramic, porcelain, real stone. So that'll take care of the transition as far as expansion and contraction, so that floor won't crack out in the future. Also, what it does, it has I would say like a square coupling mold in it, and what it does, it deals with the compression too. So it'll feel, even though it's a tile floor and it's not actually moving, but you'll feel like some sort of slight compression. So it just feels a little bit nicer when you're walking across the floor. So that's what the Schluter-Dietrich will do. You'll also see that in this video. We're going to start the floor tile installation with the full tiles. Then we'll follow up with the cut pieces around the edges. We're going to sand and prime the vanity cabinet. So we're going to just show that process really quickly. Then we're going to get into the backsplash of the vanity. So when we came to this job, there was no backsplash on the vanity, just that 4-inch cultured marble backsplash. In this, we're taking the top out. We're going to use a stone tile, which is going to be a quartz. But in addition to that, we're going to add a split face marble backsplash from the vanity all the way to the ceiling, which will give us a dramatic look, and also a dramatic improvement over what they had originally. These are things that you can do in the design process. You can add anything that you would like. If you want to just up the ante on your bathroom, you don't have to use just what's typical. We can create anything. So this is part of that. You'll see that in this video. We're going to get into grouting the floor, but before that, cleaning all the grout joints out, which is very important. You don't want your thin set showing through your grout, so we get all that cleaned out first. Then we come through with the grade grout, which will help us to finish the look of the floor. And finally, I'm going to start installing the pebble shower floor. So inside the shower, the drain is set up so that everything flows towards the drain into one center location. So it's a slant. So we'd like to use, and this is only one product that we use, but this is a popular one that we've been using lately, is a pebble shower floor. Now what the pebble shower floor will do is it'll help us in that drastic downhill motion, but it'll also give the client a sort of a massage type feeling when they're taking a shower. So the top of the stone is rounded just slightly, not really dramatic where it's uncomfortable to walk on, but it's rounded just slightly so that when we grout, the grout is a little bit lower and the pebbles will stick out just a little bit. So as you're taking a shower, when you're walking, moving back and forth in the shower, you're gonna get like a foot massage actually, which is a nice added feature to a shower, something that you don't expect. But if you ever take a shower in one of the showers that have a pebble floor, then you will really notice the difference. People absolutely love it. But they have to be done a certain way. So at the end of this video, we're going to show just me installing it, and then we'll grout it and we'll move forward in the next video. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with the paint. Here we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the ceiling white. You can see I'm just going around cutting everything in. We'll pull the recessed light trims down just so that we don't get paint on them. Now, keep in mind, like I said, this is the first coat. And we just want to get a first coat so that we can check the wall surfaces, see if there's anything that needs to be fixed. And if we see something, we'll go ahead and fix it, at this time once that paint dries. And then we'll, fix it, sand it, and get it prime it, and then get it back to the paint surface. And then at the end of that, we'll paint one final coat. Now you'll see me go ahead and trimming in the wall color. We're using like a light gray, which goes well with the tile in this space. Next, we're going to get into the roughing of the freestanding tub. Now, you have to have the tub on site. Well, I suggest you have the tub on site. There's nothing like actually having the fixture there, so you can take real measurements and know where everything should go. You don't want to get so far ahead in the project and then, something is not in the right spot, then you got to go through and bust tile and get back in the floor and adjust things. You want to get it right the first time, and that's important for us and for anybody that's doing, bathrooms. Get it right the first time so that you don't have to go back. Jazz was just sanding the vanity there as I'm working on the plumbing. Now the plumbing, since it is a new location, I do have to tap into the existing hot and cold water lines, and I have to place that faucet roughing exactly where I need it to be. So I need to figure out how I'm going to frame that in, because that faucet is huge and it requires to have a 2x6 framing under it. So I'm going to go ahead and mount that under the plywood and attach to the floor joist. And and I have the holes cut in it already where I can then attach my flex lines to the copper of the faucet. So now we're in good shape and that's all capped off. We'll go ahead and close that back in. Now this bathroom had 2 layers of plywood, which is great. The thicker the better when it comes to installing tile. You don't want to have a floor that's bouncing. Even, you may have to add a piece of plywood sometimes. Now you see us putting in the Sluta Ditra, which is another important step. This is the underlayment that's going to transition us from plywood to tile. We'll go ahead and lay out our full pieces of tile, and we'll get that in. Now this is the next day. We allowed that floor to dry, and then the next day we come in and we start putting in the cut pieces. So we'll go ahead and put in all the cut pieces and then let that dry, then we can walk on that. Now you can see I just had the laser out to set my ledger board to begin my split face tile. So we do that. You always want to start at a level spot and then work up from there. And then that bottom part, once the initial tile dries overnight, you can take that off and then fill in the bottom, as long as it's less than one tile. You can easily fill in that bottom, but this starts you off level, so you won't have any problems as you move up. You won't have any crooked tiles. And you can see we got our rough in there for our wall sconce, which will come in later. And this is sort of a custom layout here, I would say, because we have the split face tile going up, but in addition to that, we're going to have a marble molding going around the mirrors. So you can see those mirrors just look like regular mirrors right now, but in the next video, you'll see that they will be trimmed out in a marble molding to make it look like a picture frame almost. So you can see I have it measured, and I'm keeping the tile away from the medicine cabinet a certain amount so that we can put that molding in there and it'll finish off nicely. And so what the molding will do will make it look like just a flat mirror. To give us that sort of impression that it's just a flat mirror installed. And the molding will finish that off, that look. And then when you actually open the medicine cabinets, you'll be surprised if you're new to the bathroom that they are medicine cabinets, because that's not typical at all to have a marble frame mirror that's a medicine cabinet. It's completely custom installation there. And that's what we're all about. We're all about making dreams happen, and this is something that you and your client can sit down and work through and come up with any sort of design that you would prefer, and you want to separate it from all the other bathrooms out there. If you're going to take the time to go ahead and do it, and you can see we got those two recessed lights directly above each mirror, which helps in terms of doing your makeup or anything else. You have adequate lighting there. Also, you see us putting the same split face marble inside of the shower niche. That's something that we like to do. If you're going to have a design tile in the bathroom, we typically like to install it, or we suggest to install it in the niche just to have some sort of difference, some sort of contrast in materials, in the finish. That's a flat finish marble. You can see the tile in the shower is polished marble, so that contrast just adds a little something special to the bathroom. Now Jazz is working through cleaning out all of the grout joints, which is very, very important to the finish look of the shower. You got to get all that extra thin set, and we tend to be pretty neat when it comes to installing tile, because we know we don't want to clean out a whole lot of thin set. It just adds more time to the project. So we'll be as neat as possible, but you do want to make sure it's all cleaned out. Now we're getting into the grouting of the shower, including the niche area, getting everything filled with a light gray grout. I believe she used a grout called Silverado, I believe, Silverado, yeah. On this, and you can see that's the next day where the grout has been dry. Maybe might have a little haze on it where we have to wipe off, but for the most part, it's dry. Now we're going to get the floor cleaned up, get everything out of there that we used to install the tile, get it cleaned up, and we're going to begin cleaning out the grout of the floor, all the grout joints of the floor, and then start grouting the floor. We'll be 100% done with that polished marble tile area. And at the same time, the Jazz is working on the floor, I'm going to work on the floor of the shower. So I'm starting to put that pebble stone shower floor in, and also installing the finish of the drain, which in this case we use a stainless steel drain, and we're going to set all of those heights in accordance to the pebble stone and making sure that everything is draining down to the drain. You don't want to have any areas any flat areas where the water can just sit in there. You want all the water to just free flow directly down to the drain. And that's the advantage of using that Schluter kit. It comes pre-set up for you. It really saves you a lot of time and headache and knowing that it will work out. And we have our lifetime warranty on that shower as far as it leaking. So even with using the pebble stone.
Once again.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and close out the video there. I hope you like the way that the bathroom is starting to come together. If you have any suggestions or things that you would have done differently, or different kind of applications, let us know in the comments below. Also, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It's so important. I appreciate all the support from those that have been watching. Please continue to watch. We're going to have so much more in the future. In the next video, we're going to get into some of the major items. We're going to finish this project up. It's going to come to the close. You're going to see the final product, which is fantastic. So stay with us, watch, continue. We're going to put in the frameless glass doors, which is going to make that shower pop. We're going to put in that freestanding tub, and we're going to finish off all the items in the next video. So stay with us, stay tuned. See you on the next one.